So if you were in the live chat just a minute ago, it's retrograde. Okay? I'm blaming it. I'm blaming it on Mercury. Yeah. I'm blaming it all on Mercury at this point because it just gave out for no good reason. None at all. None at all. Let me know when you hop in, you guys. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Okay. Great, M. Okay. Great, M. Okay. Great, M. Okay. Great, M. Okay, awesome. Sorry, I don't know why it cut out like that. I listen. Retrograde is a hot mess that I'm not ready for. JC, are you here, love? If you are here, darling, hop back into the live stream. Right, I hope so. All of a sudden, my connection went out. It just went out. That's why. JC, you just answered your own question, child. You just answered your own question. He doesn't want to see. He's still mad. He's still mad. That's exactly why. He's still mad. That's why. Yeah, he's still mad, honey. Yeah, he's still mad. But let's check his little energy. Okay? Let's check his little energy. Yeah, because I feel like he's still mad at you. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling I'm still mad. And I want to whine about it. Type energy. Wah. Probably. I mean, even my nephew doesn't cry unless he poops. Or he's hungry. Yeah, he does get he gets antsy when when he's ready to eat and he sees the bottle. Like, yeah, he thinks he's grown. It's like, sir. Right. But fire sign men hold grudges. They do. They hold grudges. They are in. So I literally was just telling my person this like maybe an hour ago. He called me and said I said something. I sent him a picture or something, and he was. I said, "You're so dramatic." His reaction to the picture, and I was like, "You're so dramatic. You're just so dramatic." He was like, "You always say that." I'm like, "Because you are." Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles. He's butthurt over whatever you said to him. His ego. You said something. You said something that made him feel some type of way. So this is his attitude. Yeah, they're very egotistical. Very egotistical. What did he say earlier? He told me he had got something, and I was like, "Oh, so you got your little thing?" And he was like, "Don't call my thing little. Don't call it little." And I was like, "But I mean, it's just a little thing." I'm like, "You're very moody." Yeah. I got this car. He tells me, I got this car from something and telling me all this stuff about it. And I'm like, oh, you got your little car. Don't call my car little. I'm like, I'm sorry. It's just a habit. Yeah, it's just a habit. Yeah, he feels that you put him out in the cold. Yeah. Yeah, he's isolating himself from you right now. That's what it is. He's isolating himself from you right now. He'll be back. Seven of Cups is like he's trying to figure out what his options are. He'll come rushing back in. Trust me, Knight of Wands. He's a Sagittarius. He'll come rushing back in. Yeah. Exactly, Em. He'll come rushing back in. Trust me, he'll come rushing back in. He's a Sagittarius too. And Sagittarius are very, very sexual. So he'll get over it. He'll get over it. Yeah. Judgment. Yeah. He's trying to decide. Here's the thing too. You hurt his little ego. Now I'm laughing because I be saying little this and little that. Three of Swords. Yeah, you hurt his little ego, but he still loves you. The Lovers is here. He still loves you, but he got an attitude right now because whatever you said. Oh man. Right, like I've been out of a penalty box. I didn't even know I was being penalized, sir. Thanks. But yeah, he's JC, he's actually reviewing this. Judgment is about being under karmic review, and I feel like he's actually thinking about what he said and what he did in the situation about the falling out. Because one thing about, here's the thing, you hurt his ego with the Three of Swords. So he's kind of grieving, like is exactly what M said, licking his wounds, because he does love you, but he's butthurt. He's butthurt by the little falling out that y'all had because you said some things that were truthful, but it hurt, like it really stung, especially with his ego. And now he's having to examine himself and really decide, okay, I need to do better. You know, I need to do better. Because you know, Sagittarius men are loud. They're very loud. And they're very, like, all the energy right there. So he's like, damn, she had a point. Whatever you said to him, damn, she had a point. She was right. Like, him admitting that he was wrong, that's what he's dealing with. That's why he's licking his wounds. Because he, like, actually has to admit that he may have been wrong about something. Yes. He, very boisterous. He may have to admit that he might have been wrong about something, and that's a hard pill for a Sagittarius man to swallow. Like, sir, you were wrong. You should apologize. So. But at the same time, he doesn't want to lose you. He doesn't. Yeah. Girl, you ain't telling me nothing new. You ain't telling me nothing new. When mom apologized to me last week, I was like, did you just say the S word? Yeah, Six of Cups, he'll be back. He'll be back. Yeah, the Strength card is here. He'll get over his little stubborn ass pride and come back and want to reconcile. He'll reach out to you. Yeah. Right now he's just being himself. Don't worry. He'll reach back out. Just give him some time. He's a fire sign. Remember, he's a fire sign. Fire signs, it's the heat of the moment for them. It's the intensity for them. Everything they do is, and this is why I think they usually end up with water signs, because they're both very passionate, intense signs. But fire signs are extra, literally. So if they get pissed off, it's I'm gonna throw all of this shit everywhere right now. And then 10 minutes later, he's sitting over in the corner, quietly, drinking a soda. Sir, what just happened? I don't know. I don't know. He doesn't know. He doesn't remember because he saw red. That's fire sign energy. He doesn't remember. He had a complete fit, but he'll be back. He'll be back. So give him time. He'll be back. But, you know, the tantrums need to be addressed. They do. Yeah. All of the boisterous activity, no, sir. Mm-mm. You're welcome, JC. You know what? Fire sign energy, I'm telling y'all, it's extreme. It's extreme. It's one thing. It's like when everything is great, it's great. When it's bad, it's bad. You know what I mean? So it's like, sir. I gets crazy. That's fire sign water. Like it's a lot. It's a lot. And then just imagine me, a poor air sign. Like, just, sir, like all that fire, you can keep it over there. I will blow it out. Because I can go ghost at any given time. Like, bye. And he'll be like, wait, don't say that. Don't hang up. Or he'll call me right back. Yeah. Thank you, Leanne. I'm just like, because I don't have the time. I don't have the time for arguing or like fighting back and forth. It doesn't get us anywhere. And I'm not loud. Like I'm just the total opposite. You know? Thank you, Leanne. So it's like, no, we're not gonna do that. Let's see. Is he with his baby's mom? Let's see what that. If you're already suspecting, I will tell you this, JC. If you're already suspecting that he is, I think you should just flat out ask him. Because one good thing about Sagittarius is that they're very blunt and they're very honest. I mean, he might. Not saying that they won't lie. Not saying that to cover their own ass, but he might even tell you, oh, well, this is what the situation is or whatever. He may have an explanation. Not saying it's going to be a good one, but he may have an explanation. If you're already picking that up. Spirit, is he back with his lady mama? At this point, he a hot mess. Spirit said no. Spirit said no, he's not with the baby mama. Don't mean he's not though. That's one thing about tarot, because when you ask yes or no questions, yeah. Yeah, it's a hot mess. I like to do them in threes. That's the first one. The first answer is no. I'm gonna do two more, and then I'm gonna hop into lens reading. A hot mess. Yeah. That's most Sagittarius though. They are a hot mess. Like Sagittarius, they're a lot. Fire signs are a lot in general, period. I think out of the fire signs, believe it or not, the most cool out of the fire signs, the most cool is Aries. I can deal with Aries. You know, Aries actually likes to be alone sometimes. Aries actually likes to be quiet. Aries doesn't get out of control unless somebody gets them out of control. And for the most part, Leo is unbothered because, you know, Leo's focused on themselves. So as long as you're not bothering them directly, they usually don't have a problem, or somebody that they care about. Spirit, is he still with the baby mama? This question. My spirit guys are probably cracking up. Like, what kind of question is this right now? What are you asking? What are you asking us? Like, are y'all humans serious right now? Like, what are y'all doing down there on that planet? Because, woo, Earth is ratchet. Earth is ratchet. Let's see. Right. It is. I'm telling you, it is. So I got a yes. I got a definite yes right now. See, that's what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Because the moon in tarot, if you're doing a yes or no, the moon clears out all other cards. It's a definite no. That was the first answer, and this is why I like to do mine in threes. This is just my personal thing. I don't know any other reader who does it like this, but this is just my style. I always do yes or no's in threes. 3 is the Trinity. This one, I got a yes. The sun is a yes, no matter what other cards come out. So, got a yes. Everybody does their yes or no's differently. A lot of readers I know use pendulums. I've never used a pendulum. Don't care to. Let's see. Is he with the baby mama? I feel like he still has ties to her. I do feel like he still has ties to her. A lot of them say that they get accurate readings from the pendulum. Me personally, I just don't feel the need to use one when I have cards. That's just personal preference. And I don't know why they use the pendulum. Maybe, I don't know. That's a great question, Em. I've tried to use it one time and I just didn't like it. I think it's because I'm impatient and I want to know now. And it takes a minute. You got to be still and all that. And I was like, no. I mean, that's right. His anxiety is not like mine. So I'm just like, I need you to just give me an answer. Yeah. I mean, I'm out of control. So I'm very direct. So waiting on the pendulum to slow down and it's too much for me. So I probably could do it if I just set my mind and do it. So I got, so y'all are being funny at this point. I gotta know. Right. Right. Yeah. And I think Tyler uses something. He uses something called Zara or something like that. I don't even know what it is, but he uses something for his yes or no's. Never heard of it before. It's just interesting to see how every reader has a different technique. I gotta know. So we got 2 no's and 1 yes. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna say that he's not with her, but remember he's a lion cheating ass Sagittarius. So that in and of itself could mean that he could possibly still be talking to her, interacting with her. Okay. Doesn't mean that he's it's completely out of the woods, right? He's not out of the woods. Yeah. Because, well, you asked me if we were together. You didn't ask me if we were, Yes, I'm going to do that, Em. Um, that's why I don't like really care for yes or no questions. People ask them, but it's like with tarot, you have to have a little bit more. Yes or no's are so direct, and sometimes the yes or no's can be answered, but it's like you have to have a little bit more information for the tarot. Spirit, what's the energy? Right. Between him. Okay. Between him and the baby mama. Okay. Okay, so they are on good terms because I got the Sun and the Eight of Wands. Check it out. The Sun and the Eight of Wands. So they may be on speaking terms. And then the bottom of the deck is the Queen of Cups, so that would be the baby mama. Yeah, they're trying to balance things out between one another. Five of Cups. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Five of Cups. Somebody may be apologizing or trying to apologize for drama. Yeah, Ten of Wands. Page of Cups. Somebody may want the other party back. I don't know if this is him. I don't know if this is her, but I feel like it could be her wanting him. There's his energy and there's the Page of Cups. Yeah. Uh-oh, hot mess. Hot mess, and Spirit tells all the tea. Yeah, somebody wants somebody back after a period of drama, stress, and all of that. Yeah. Woo! Whew, JC. We will keep you lifted up in prayer. Just remember, the door is always open. You can always choose to love it or leave it alone. Right? Right. So he still has ties to her. They're trying to work things out. They're trying to work things out amongst themselves. Don't mean it's going to work out. But they're trying. I think it's for the sake of the child. Right? It's funny. Listen, it's funny how Spirit works, because when I pray for particular things, like I'll pray for, like I do this week, I pray for particular things, and my prayers don't always get answered immediately, but sometimes they do, and when that happens, it shocks me, because I'm not expecting it to be, like, I don't expect an immediate answer. I don't, because like we talked about earlier, there's no time in spirit world. So God Almighty, however you identify with the Creator, I don't feel like he's like, I know that you asked me to assist you with getting the money for that new car, but it won't be today. It's not gonna be today. Nope. As a matter of fact, it may not even be this week. It may take a couple of months. You're welcome, JC Love. Definitely sending you love and healing and peace your way. Peace. If it doesn't bring you peace, let it be. Give it a release. If it doesn't bring you peace, release it. But I don't think God is like just sitting there like, you know, whenever he gets prayers, like all the time, but he's just like, ooh, you know what? She asked for a husband. This one over here asked for a new car. This one over here is asking for way too much. I don't think I can handle all this today. I don't think he's like, okay, you know what? We got all this to do today. All right, angels, let's get together. This one over here is with a hot mess. She's asking for guidance with a hot mess. We might have to go ahead and move him out of there. We might have to go ahead and do something to separate those two. Like, I feel like he's busy. So I feel like when I send up prayers, because prayers are petitions, you know, for things, I give gratitude and then I ask for the things, whether it's a spiritual thing like wisdom or understanding or insight, and then I ask for other things. I'm like, man, he has his hands full. Like, I can't imagine being someone in charge of everyone all the time. It's like, I don't know, y'all. Right? And sometimes I really think he has a sense of humor. I really do. Because the stuff that happens, it's like, what? What happened? You know? I'm like, he has a lot on his plate. Yeah. Right. Like, really? Okay, but what was the purpose? And sometimes I think God is just playing a cruel joke, like, ha ha, we put you over here in this job so that you can learn how to, I don't know, how to control your mouth. Yeah, because, your mouth, lady. Yeah, we put you over here so you can learn how to deal with people. That's great. Thank you. Or I put you with this person. I had you marry this person because I needed you to have these children. He doesn't really matter. We know. He's there. I mean, he's a part of it. But, we needed you to have these children because these children are going to grow up to do great things. Like, he has a lot going on. God has a lot going on. What if he was this? Because, like, excuses bother me. Excuses really bother me. When people constantly have excuses instead of giving results, it's like, what if he gave excuses? He's like, you know what? I'm not protecting y'all today. You know what? Get in that car accident. I don't care. I don't care. What if he had an attitude? What if he had an attitude that was like, you know what? You're not going to get that job. I don't care if you get it or not. Like, it just amazes me the amount of responsibility that he has. See, his plan is bigger than what we know. His plan is bigger than what we know. So it's like, we may not understand it at the time, but the purpose, there's always a purpose for what happens. Right? Leanne, I don't think I did, love. Can you repost your question for me? I apologize. Listen, see, y'all have to, see, this is why God put y'all here on my channel. This is why he brought y'all here, to keep me right, okay? Because I need reminders. I do. Good night, JC. Remember, if it doesn't bring you peace, give it a release. Yes. Oh, the lessons. I probably had about 4 good lessons before the 5th one. Yeah. I probably had about 4 good lessons. And I was like, what? Some of the lessons I had to repeat because I was hard-headed. And I didn't listen. And it's like, God's like, no, I done told you before. Stop dealing with these types of men. Let them go. Me? But he's cute though. God. He's cute. Let's see. Let's find out. Right. God's like, I don't care if he's on the cover of JQ magazine. He's not the one. Leave him alone. No, that was for JC. King of Pentacles. Yeah, he'll come back. Right now, he's trying to work on himself. High Priestess. He may not be saying anything right now because I feel like he's brooding. Yeah. You're okay, Em. I feel like he's brooding over what happened. Ricky, you alright? You okay? Reeks. Yeah. Page of Swords. Oh, he's definitely thinking about you with the Page of Swords. He's thinking about you, honey. Mm-hmm. Oh, this is so funny. If you have not seen, I just posted a reading for Leo. So cross watchers, if you're dealing with a Leo, check it out because it may apply to your situation. It may resonate with you. But the title of that video is about Leo healing, you know, taking some time to heal and taking their time before they engage in a connection. So it could resonate. He's thinking about you. Spirit, what's the possible outcome between Lynn and the Leo? Possible outcome here. I feel like he will reach out. Yeah, it's still going to be some wounds. Like, it's going to be like a wounded warrior. Yes. Right, exactly. It's like a wounded warrior. Like, you guys have been through a lot. Check this out. I got the 9 of Wands and the 5 of Wands. There's been some conflict and disagreements between you guys. I feel like a lot of this, yeah, it's showing me that. I feel like a lot of this is because of a lot of pride and ego and stubbornness. Let's see. Queen of Swords. Yeah, you won't back down and he won't back down because the Queen of Swords is air energy and she's stubborn as hell. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Me. There he goes. Leo energy. So it's like you guys both are like, because you have valid concerns, he has valid concerns. You know, the thing about relationships is being able to find that middle ground. Find that middle ground. Find that middle ground where you two can where you two can actually get together and discuss things like mature adults. Yeah. Where you can get together and discuss things like mature adults and you don't, it's not, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't always turn into fighting. So that's the thing with relationships, healthy relationships. You learn how to, you learn how to work through the ups and the downs, like, and be able to talk about things. What makes it hard is when you have someone who's so stubborn, they're not willing to listen with an open mind. They're not listening to understand where you're coming from. They're listening ready to give a defense or ready to give an excuse for what, or justify their behavior. They're not listening to understand where you're coming from. And as a partner, it's important to have a certain amount of empathy because you have to listen from a place of love and understanding. Like, even if it doesn't make sense to me, I'm still going to listen to my person to hear what he has to say because it's important, you know? And at the same time, they have to be willing to do the same, you know? Like, if you have a valid concern that you're trying to express or a desire that your needs are not being met, then they need to be able to listen so that they can adjust things accordingly. Yeah. People who are not willing to compromise. I literally dated a guy like 4 years ago that was like this. He was like, I'm not compromising for a woman. I'm not changing what I do. She came into my life. Y'all, that relationship was over very quickly. Because I'm like, how dare you tell me that you won't compromise? All relationships require a certain amount of compromising. So if you're not compromising, then you're not willing to work together. You only see things black and white. You're not even, you don't care about your better half. You know, you don't care. And that's the thing. You have to care. They have to care about you as much as you care about them. If they care, they're going to be there. They're going to be consistent. They're going to listen. They're going to apologize, that type of thing. Yeah, they have to be willing to reciprocate and give the same energy you're giving. Here, what's the possible outcome? Another fight, another disagreement. Absolutely am. Always and forever. Always and forever. And that was the same thing that happened with the person I'm telling y'all about now that I dated years ago. When he told me that, I was like, well, it's over. There's nothing else to talk about. You're already telling me that you don't compromise, which means you don't give a damn about how I feel or what I want in this connection. So that means I don't matter to you, and that means I don't need to be here. So I'm out. Goodbye. Y'all, I kid you not, the man, he ended up ghosting me. And then he contacted me like 6 months later. And I'm just like, which I don't know how I still had his number at the time, but I was like, why are you contacting me? Why are you contacting me, sir? You left me and you told me that you weren't compromising, so there's nothing to discuss. Whatever you do, because I'm seeing the Queen of Swords here, Spirit is saying, no problem, M. Don't get me wrong. I have strong emotions for people, but when I really am honest with myself and I really have to sit down and be honest with myself and say, you know what, this shit ain't worth my time stressing over. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. Because there's been times where I've reached back out to exes, which is a no-no, just because I genuinely cared to make sure they were okay. Not that I wanted a relationship or anything, but then they think that they can get their foot back in the door, and it's like, no, that's not what this is about, you know? And so I got to a point where I just had to say, I can't care. Like, I can't care at all. Because if I care, it's like either you care too much or you care too little. And I'm like, listen, I don't care. I don't care what he does. I don't care what he doesn't do. I'm here. I'm gonna take care of me. I was taken care of before I started dating men. Before men ever became a thing in my life, I was alive and I was well and I was healthy. Now I have gray hair. So I'm gonna continue to take care of me because I've always been consistent for myself. That's one thing I know about me. I will be here for me. Relationships are a lot. They're a lot, and people think they want them. People think they want marriage. They think they want kids. They think they want everything until it happens, and then it's like, oh, well, I wasn't expecting this. Expect the unexpected. Absolutely, Em. You usually are. Like when you think back to like your high school, college days, you were having the best times of your life. Like you were around with friends, you maybe worked a part-time job, you were getting your education, you weren't really focused on a relationship with someone, because that's when problems start coming in. Things get a hot mess. Absolutely be single. I always encourage being single because it's less stressful. It's less tending to someone else. It's also being single for people who struggle with codependent relationships and premature attachment. It teaches you to depend on yourself, not to depend on someone else to make you happy or fulfill you in some type of way. You can do it on your own. Another person should be icing on the cake. What I'm seeing here is that you guys may, yeah. I mean, I understand it. But if you keep that door open, it's gonna keep being this. It's gonna keep being this. Mm. Yeah, and it doesn't mean that the person can't like see you like on Facebook or something. You know what I mean? Like just him having direct access to you. Because think about it like this though, and think about it like this. Imagine this: if you met somebody else, like if you meet someone else, same for you, Lynn. If you meet someone else, and I'm seeing somebody else may come in here, somebody else may offer you a relationship. Knight of Cups. I'm just telling you, they may come in very quickly. This will be a new cycle. Chariot and the Wheel of Fortune. Somebody else may want to start a connection with you, but it won't happen until you end this connection. Because I see more fights between you and this Leo person. More fights, more words exchanged, more secrecy, him not really opening up very much or hiding things from you. Like, yeah, that's what I'm seeing. But imagine if you don't just cut them off. If you don't cut them off, you're causing more emotional pain for yourself and more drama with them. Because the longer you linger it out, and I learned this the hard way, the longer you linger it out with someone that you should just go ahead and cut off, the more problems come up. It's more stuff come up. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The more secrets. The more secrets. If you don't just go ahead and cut this off, sometimes you got to just cut it off. It's like look at it as a subscription. The free trial period is over. Are you willing to pay $60 a month for this? Is it worth $60 a month? I mean, hey, some stuff, go ahead, renew it monthly. Keep renewing it. That's what it is. You keep renewing the subscription to hell. Yeah. So it has to be, you definitely have to be ready. That's the same like with people who come from abusive relationships. When they're ready to actually leave that relationship, they have a plan of escape lined up and they're ready to see it through because they're actually done. Right? When you're done, you are done. You cut off all contact, you cut off all communication, and you move on with your life. You don't keep playing back and forth. You don't keep playing back and forth. Oh, I love you. Yeah, I love you too. Back and forth. You cut it off. Because for some people, you play with fire, you will get burned. I personally know of someone that happened to. She went back to an abusive relationship. He killed her and all 5 of their children. Burned the house down. Because she didn't leave the first time. She kept going back. So people keep playing with fire if you want to. And I know a lot of people's situations are not that extreme, but it could be. It could be. The more you put yourself in a situation to where you're going to be hurt, it may not be physically, but it could be emotionally. You keep being played with or strung along. See what I'm saying? He's being shady. I'm seeing secrets here. I'm seeing there's something that he's not telling you. I am seeing that. There's something he's not telling you about. That's why when you finally make that decision to leave a situation, you gotta leave it. Yep, that's what you have to do. Finally say, you know what, I'm leaving for me. I'm leaving for me, and I'm cutting off all ties with this individual. Because if you don't, they'll end up hurting you. Trust your intuition, Leanne. Trust your intuition. If you already had a disagreement about another female, 9 times out of 10, it's still going on. If you guys had that much of a falling out about it before, 9 times out of 10, it's still going on. What's the energy surrounding him? Ten of Wands and Ace of Wands. Yeah, this is definitely an intimate relationship with someone else because the Ace of Wands is definitely sexual energy. It's a new partner type energy. 10 of Wands is stressed and overwhelmed. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. 3 of Cups. Spirit don't lie, and Spirit is feeling all tea right here. 10 of Wands, Ace of Wands, 3 of Cups. But even if he's not talking to her, she may be trying to get in contact with him. Doesn't mean she's not trying to reach out. Doesn't mean she's not making advances. He may not be dealing with her. But her energy is still around. She's still around. And I feel like she may be trying to initiate something. Queen of Pentacles, yeah. She's still around. Yeah, Page of Pentacles. She wants a new start. She wants to try to see if she can rekindle this little fling. This little fling is what I'm seeing. He's stressed out over it. Spirit, how is he feeling about it? What's his energy now? Yeah, he's not pleased with what happened. Disgusting. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. He knows that you're the best thing that happened to him. 3 of Pentacles. I feel like he also knows that you still suspect that she's still here. But he wants a commitment with you. Yeah, he does still want a commitment with you. And he's thinking about reaching out if he hasn't. He's thinking about it. It's over between them. Death is here. There's nothing going on, but I think she's still in his energy. That's a good question, Leanne. You can't. That's the answer. You can't. You can't. That's why I say do yourself a favor and cut it off. I know, I've told this story 1,000 times. But when I first met my current person that I'm with now, I felt like my intuition was telling me that he was leading me on. And I was like, okay, this is what I'm not going to have. I'm not going to have it. Because at that point, I had been single long enough to know, to really realize my worth and that I deserve better than the shit that I had to deal with previously. So I was like, I'm not going to deal with this again. So when we were talking one day and he was like, well, this was early on in the relationship. He was like, well, I'm not ready for a relationship. I said, okay, bye. He was like, what do you mean? I said, bye. I said, because I clearly already explained to you what I'm looking for, and that's not it. That's not what this is. So I'm not going to sit here and get myself hurt. I'm not going to sit here and play with my own emotions for the sake of being with you. I'm not going to do it. Because I value me enough to walk away. I value myself enough to walk away. So if you're not ready for a relationship, then I'm done talking. He had 48 hours. He had 48 hours later, he contacts me. What was that all about? I said, you know exactly what it's about. I said what I said. You don't want a relationship, I'm not talking. But I'm not going to force you. I'm not going to force you, and you're not going to play these games. So, ever since then, he actually put in the work. He put in the effort. He actually has been consistent. He does everything that a man should do. So, but I had to make it clear in the beginning that I wasn't on that type of BS. Like, I'm not on it. Not on it. Hey, Venetian. You just have to let your boundaries. You have to know 2 things. Your worth and your boundaries. What you're willing to tolerate and what you're not willing to tolerate in a relationship. Because you get what you allow. If you allow the person to be in and out, you allow the person to be inconsistent, that's what they're going to continue to do. It's like with kids. You let kids run in and out of the house with dirty shoes. Instead of, nope, take your coat off at the front door. Leave those shoes right there. slide your house shoes on, and then go to your room, they're going to track it all back in there. Right, Em? Because that's what I do best. They're going to track it. Yeah, they're going to keep tracking mud all in your house until you say, you know what? Either you stay outside and shut my door, stop letting my air out, or you stay in the house. There's pretty much, I mean, it's like an ultimatum, but it's either this or that. Relationships are really not complicated. We make them complicated. Either the person wants you or they don't. All of this, well, you know, I haven't heard from him in a week, 5 months, 6 years. What is he thinking? Nothing. Yes, you're absolutely right, Em. Knowing your worth as a woman, I kid you not. Confidence is sexy as hell. Because when you're confident and you know what you bring to the table and you know your value, other people will see your value too. Good people, genuine people, and they will want to invest in that. They'll want to be a part of that. Now, granted, you will still have the leeches out there because the leeches are always looking to leech. Yes. Yes. Remember who you are. Whenever you start wanting to revert back, remember who you are and what you bring to the table. That's the thing. Like people don't really realize what they fully bring to the table, so they end up settling for someone out of love. I love this person, or I love my connection to this person. Love does not mean unconditional tolerance. Doesn't mean tolerating someone or tolerating their bullshit because you love them. No, absolutely not. If you're a parent, think of it how you would with your children. If the child does something they're not supposed to do, there's a consequence. Do you not love the child? Absolutely. But if the child steps out of line, does something they're not supposed to do, disobedient, there's consequences for that behavior. Same thing with adults. That's just like an employer. Sometimes they have to let people go. They could really, really like the person. They can like the person as an individual, but they have to let the person go. Sir, you're not meeting production. We've had you train for the past 3 weeks. We've stayed over. We've had you stay over. We've had our best team leads come in and show you how to do this job. You can't keep up. This is not the job for you. Okay? You're a really nice guy. We like you as a person. Have you ever heard that before? We really like you as a person, but we just don't think you're gonna work out. See what I'm saying? You can like someone. Right, Em. Right. Yeah, absolutely not. A lot of people don't even have the bare minimum. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. And believe it or not, money matters. It does. It matters. Stability matters. When I say money, I mean stability matters. Sir, we need to get you off this line. You are not meeting production. We had to have 1,000 products produced in an hour. You only did 50. Do you think Mr. Noodle is gonna stay on this job? Mr. Noodle, we need you to go because you're moving like a noodle. We need you to go. We like you, you're very flexible, but You're welcome, Leanne. Welcome to the channel, by the way. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Yeah, it's like, sir, they put you on this line. So then Mr. Noodle says, but I want a higher position, aka husband. Sir, you can't even work on the line. I want to be a plant supervisor. You can't even be a production worker. How are you going to go from a boyfriend to a husband? And you can't work on the line. You can't keep the lines running, sir. How are we going to make you a plant manager? You can't even meet production goals within an hour. And you got the other people laughing at him on the line. This is what I'm saying. Other people are like, they're complaining about Mr. Noodle. They're like, he moves slow. He slows us down. We can't get our work done because he's just... Sir, let's go. We got production. We need you to move it. He's not doing it. He's not doing it. And then if somebody comes over to him and like, hey, Noodle, we need you to... He's like, don't tell me how to do my job. I got it. I got it. Or he calls out sick. He calls out sick because he's offended that somebody called him out and said, hey, you're doing it the wrong way. We need you to just pick it up a little bit. We need you to pick it up a little bit, buddy. Y'all are putting too much pressure on me. I want to be moved to a new department. But you can't do this department. Why are we going to move you to a new department and you can't do this department? Now you're upset because we said something to you about picking up your pace. Does it make sense? That's how it goes, though. I want to be a husband. I think he does. Yeah, I think he does. But, like Divine said, we got a bunch of Mr. Noodles. So, Mr. Noodles, he does things his own way, no matter what. The supervisors come in, corporate comes in, he does it. Mr. Noodle, we need you to take the ice cream and pack it in the box like this. He's just like... on his own time. However he wants to do it. I've been here for 15 years, he says. Right. They've been tolerating you for 15 years. They don't like your work. They like your personality. Oh, he makes everybody laugh and, he's always got good energy, but when it comes to the job, we're behind. We're behind, Mr. Noodle. We've got like 50,000 products, units of ice cream that we need out today. We only got 100. Tell us what's wrong, Mr. Noodle. I've been doing this for 15 years. Right. Yeah. Y'all can't tell Mr. Noodle nothing. You can't tell him nothing because he's confident. No matter how many people tell him, you're moving slow, we're not meeting production, So just imagine him hanging on for another 5 years. He's already been there 15. Do you know how much product has been wasted over a period of 15 years with Mr. Noodle on the production line? Do you know how much money they've lost? That's how you got to look at the relationship. It's a loss to you. What's the investment? Why are you hanging on? What are you gaining from it? Exactly. When a company hires you, they're investing in you because they're investing in them. And that's the same thing with dating. When you date someone, you're dating with the intent, whatever the intention is, right? But it's a personal investment. You're hoping that this person actually has something to bring to the table. Like they're capable of helping encourage and support your dreams and goals, and you encourage and support theirs. You didn't hire, I mean, unless you hired a Mr. Noodle. So then you're losing product. You're losing money. Every year that you keep Mr. Noodle, you're losing. You're going to be in the deficit. You're probably going to have to take out a loan because, he's going to do it his way. Instead of saying, you know what, Mr. Noodle, it's been great. This is why Mr. Noodle should have been fired after his 90-day probationary period. They should have went ahead and fired him because he's not capable of doing the job. It's nothing personal, Mr. Noodle. So, of course he would get upset because he's losing his job. And he's going to blame the employer. Man, they were on some BS. I knew it. They didn't like me anyway. No. Let's be honest, Mr. Noodle, because now you're deflecting. They didn't like me anyway. They didn't pay me enough for this anyway. But we had you trained for 3 months, sir. For 3 months. After the first week, we raised your pay. We have to let you go now, Mr. Noodle, because you weren't meeting quota. You're not meeting production. Because if you hang on to him after the 90-day probationary period, now you've got to hire him through, and now he becomes your permanent problem. Permanent problem. Not temporary, permanent. So this is why I say cut people off as soon as possible so that they don't become a permanent employee. If they acted temporary, then treat them like it's a temporary assignment. End the assignment. Don't hire someone full time who's not capable of meeting production. I hope it makes sense. Welcome to my TED Talks. But really, 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 dating now is it's like that. It's like an interview process. It's like, let's see what his qualifications are. What are your skills, sir? What can you do? What can you do? You're welcome. What can you do? How can you benefit my company? Right? M Incorporated, MLLC. How can you incorporate welcome to MLLC. How can you benefit my company? Why should we invest in you? Tell me why you're so great for the position. Because I've got 50 other people applying for the same position that you claim to be so great and ready for. Make me, impress me. It would. We would have this conversation because I'm like, make it make sense. What can you do? It's like the old Janet Jackson song, What Have You Done For Me Lately? For those of y'all who remember that song, because that song is but what have you done for me lately? Where is this getting us? They're so blessed. They're so blessed. Because, they come a dime a dozen. We'll see. Right? I actually enjoy interviewing. I just hate wasting my time during an interview when somebody doesn't come prepared. Like this happened to me this week. You guys know this. I told a guy, I was like, listen, I need you to be here at 1:30 because I already had people lined up and, interviews already scheduled for the day. He calls late in the morning. He calls late in the morning. Can I come in the afternoon? I said, sir, the sooner we can get you interviewed, the sooner we can get you working. So I'd like to try to get you interviewed as soon as possible in the morning, okay? If you're unemployed, you have all day. What? You're unemployed. So why couldn't you come in the morning? I'm just not a morning person. What? Right. Water signs. I love y'all. But y'all love the strays. Y'all love the strays. I don't know what it is, but y'all love the strays. This is one of my new Oracle decks. Deadly Gothic Love Oracle. Gifted. Chandelier. Essence. Centerpiece. This is interesting. Peaceful. At peace now. Healing heart. R.I.P. Yeah, I know. Y'all love strays. Abandonment. Feeling alone. Isolated. Doors. Multiple options. Juggling choices. Deadly gossip. Pettiness and slick judgments. Ooh. Let's see. Extinguish. Smothering. Putting out. Deadly poison. Sinful lifestyle. Toxicity. Yeah. I feel like this is going to be, I'm excited about this. Yeah. Yeah, y'all taking the strays, water signs. I love you guys. Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. Y'all like to take on like projects. Y'all like a challenge. Is that what it is? Scorpio. Y'all like a challenge. Y'all like to see, I can fix him. I can clean him up. I can make something out of him. Bring him to me. Bring him to me. Then when you find out he has rabies, water signs, it's like, wait a minute, he's rabid. He's rabid. Y'all like taking him strays. Yeah, he bites. And he scratches too. Yeah. Right. Right. Nope, Rapali. My free list has been closed. If you'd like to donate, you can. Yeah. Mother. I think, yeah, mother in control, yeah. Because Cancer women tend to have a very dominant, like, it's like mother hen type of complex. And it's like, I want you to be great. And it's coming from a loving place, but it's too much. It's too much. It's too much. Yeah. Cancers, y'all have such a sweet soul. You really do. Y'all have such a sweet soul. But it's like, y'all like taking on projects though. You see someone that is in need, or they see you and they gravitate towards you and you're like, oh, well, you know, I feel for them. Yeah, I feel, you know, I can make him a better person. Can you? Because let me tell you, if Michael Myers ain't dead, okay, because he comes back every year, I'm just saying. Cancer is that person to be like, oh, there's the devil. I think I can change him. I think I can change the devil. Yeah, just bring him to me. We're gonna do a little work on him. And by the time we're done, he'll be a better person. Bring him on in. Horns and all. Bring him on in. Yep, just bring him on in. Now, I don't know how Cancer plans to do that one, but, you know, Scorpio too. Bring him on in here. Bring him on in here. Right. Bring him on in here. I can fix him up. Bring him on in here. Straight from hell. Bring him on in. Drag him on in from hell. We can fix him up, clean him up, make him look real nice, like they say down south. Real nice. Right? Get him a little glass of tea, and he'll be all right. We'll send him back on his way. Right. You would have never known. You would have never known. You would have never guessed. I'm like, what? Who? You did what? Cancer. Well, you know he's got some issues. He's got a few problems. He's got a few baby mamas. You know, sometimes he's depressed. He's a little bipolar, schizophrenic. He has a few different personalities, but he's good. He is good. You know, I don't know when he's on his medication, but you know, I love him though. I love him in all 10 of his personalities, like the movie Split. We don't know who we're dealing with today, whoever it is. But we, you know, I love him though. And it's like, but Cancer, Cancer. Right? I'm just like, Cancer, this is for a licensed therapist, okay? This is not. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's all right. Water signs. Pisces, you know, Pisces. Do Pisces like strays? I feel like Pisces like strays too. But I feel like Pisces like strays because Pisces are, they're givers. They are. They just like to they like to make people feel comfortable, make people feel at home. Pisces are that sign that's kind of like the wanderer. Pisces kind of march to the beat of their own drum, but they still like strays too. They do. Because they just want to help and they just want to give and they just want to, you know, they just see the good in people. Pisces just sees the good. They just see the good. They do. They do. They like that. They see the good in you. It's like, I know that you have rabies, but you can go ahead and come on and sit in the car. Just sit on the passenger side, you know, wrap your little arms up, wear your little blanket, and we can go ahead and go together. That's Pisces, because Pisces don't want to leave you out. Yeah, but Pisces will go ghost. Pisces will leave. This is what cracks me up about Pisces, because it's like Pisces cares until they don't. Like Pisces will be like, okay, we're going to try to work through this. And then, yeah, and then Pisces, you're like, I called you, Pisces. And Pisces won't answer for 5 weeks. Like, they won't answer the phone. And you're like, well, what happened? Yeah, Pisces let go of the stray. First, he took the stray cat in because he kind of felt bad for the cat. And then the cat got back outside of the house. And Pisces hasn't fed it or put food out for it in 5 weeks. Pisces just had other things. I mean, because Pisces actually is in their head, like in their own little world a lot of the time. Pisces had a lot going on. So Pisces don't like to be overwhelmed. All the Pisces I know, they just don't, if it overwhelms them emotionally, it's too draining for them. Pisces will let it go. Pisces will be like, you know what? Bye. Goodbye. Because this is draining. This is too much for me. Yeah, Pisces is just like, I don't have the energy for this. So Pisces is like, okay, yeah, bye. Yeah. You're just like, what happened? I'm just not ready for a relationship right now. Well, Pisces, why didn't you just say that? Well, I didn't want to hurt your feelings. But you could have been honest though. Like Pisces, why you got me like, what? I mean, this is, let me give y'all a prime example of Pisces. Rihanna, okay? Rihanna, the singer. They asked Rihanna, like, if she had a man or if she was in a relationship. And Rihanna's response was, I don't need a man. She's like, I don't need a man. I'm perfectly great by myself. Because Rihanna doesn't need the stress. Right, Divine. She's like I told y'all, she's not about to have the stress. She don't want the problems. Now the men, Pisces men are a little bit different. They are. They're a little bit different. They tend to have a lot going on emotionally. Yep. Yeah, you're right, Divine. Yeah, either Cancer is pissed off or they're just, it's too much for them. Either they're overwhelmed or they're pissed off. Yeah. But Cancers will go ghost. They will. But it's because Cancer feels They feel something is going on. They feel something is off. So that's when they just go ghost. But Pisces is like, this is too much. All the Pisces women I know, they try not to. Oh, I still have the sexy deck that I didn't open. I didn't open it. Let's open it. I'm liking the Deadly Gothic Oracle. I think this is going to be really, really great for a lot of relationship reads. Let's see what we got here. Lust and desires. Woo! Talking about the water signs. I'm trying to think about the earth signs because the earth signs do whatever they want. They do. Taurus, king of doing whatever they want. Capricorn, bossy and bosses. Virgo. Virgo is kind of like Pisces in a sense that Virgo, if it stresses them out, they just won't be present. You're like, where's Virgo? Yeah, they do what they want. Yeah, but they do what they want. They do what they want, though. All the earth signs, they do what they want. If Virgo doesn't want to understand you, Virgo just won't. They won't. If Virgo doesn't want to explain something to you, and they're very smart, by the way, they won't. Same with Taurus. If Taurus feels like they're right, they're right. Like you can't change it. Capricorn, they will go ghost. Like Capricorn will go ghost. They're really not too Capricorn on an emotional note is not that concerned about you. They're not. Taurus is extremely dominant and controlling. Virgo is controlling too. Virgo is more like low key with it. And Capricorn, they're very much dominant. They are extremely bossy. Capricorn. But they do what they want to do though. Like if it's not working for them, Capricorn will just rearrange things around. Like, hey, this is my show. This is hilarious. Yep. Absolutely divine Cancerian. I have not met one Virgo man that wasn't. Yes, I told you Virgo is controlling. All the earth signs do what they want to do. Like I said, all the earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, they do what they want to do when they want to do it, how they want to do it. You cannot tell them nothing. Nothing at all. Yeah, because Taurus thinks that they have all the solutions even when they are dead wrong. Taurus will believe that they have all of the solutions to whatever's going on. And it's like, Taurus, but you don't though. You don't. So just sit over there and eat your chips. Quietly. Capricorn is going to direct traffic. Capricorn is going to tell everybody what needs to be done and how it needs to be done. And then get mad if it's not done. Because that's what Capricorn's going to do. Yeah, they are divine. They're closeted freaks too. Capricorn. Yeah, they are. Watch me dance and strip for you. Let's get really naughty. I'm so ready for us to explore new things. Capricorn's direct. They tell you what to do. Right? I'm going shopping for sexy lingerie. Can't wait to show you. Yep. Lift me up on the kitchen counter. Okay. Let's see. Can't wait to rip off your pants and pleasure you. Woo! Okay, here we go. I'm just saying, y'all. What does it say? Oh, I'm giving in to my temptation, wanting to caress, lick, and kiss you. You, me, bathtub pleasure. Yeah, Taurus does. Taurus is one of the good things about the earth signs, they tend to stick it out. They really do. That's like going back to what you were saying, Divine, about Virgo. They're like a doormat. They are. For whatever reason, I feel like, especially out of the earth signs, that Capricorn and Virgo the most tend to attract toxic partners because they like to please their partners. So they give in. They give in. They do. They give in. But they stick around though, like through the shit. Like they won't. Virgo tends to attract a lot of toxic people, and they won't just let it go. Like they hang on for dear life until they just ain't no more life in it. And it's like, really? Yeah, the earth signs literally are grounded. Like they are stuck on you like white on rice. Unless you just really, you got to be real crazy for the earth signs to be like, okay, it's a wrap. We're out of here. They usually stick to it. Yeah, they usually stick to it. Come hail, rain, or shine, the earth signs are usually sticking with theirs. Okay? That's their man, and they're going to stick beside them. Whoever it is. Usually, though, earth usually pairs with either fire or water. But they actually pair better with another earth sign because they can just be, controlling together. They can control each other. Whew, thank you. I cannot. The thing is, I love the earth signs, but see, Taurus and Scorpio fight. Taurus and Scorpio fight. Taurus and Cancer fight. I think Taurus fights everybody. That's what I'm starting to think. Taurus just fights everybody. That's what I'm thinking. I'm starting to think that Taurus fights everybody because why not? From what I've seen, yeah, fire scorches earth. They tried it. But then again, water, like, you know how water sinks into the earth? It's like, right, and that's my mom and dad, Scorpio, Taurus. No, Scorpio, Taurus. My grandmother, my grandfather, Scorpio, Taurus. No, it's just, I like earth and water. It's a no. It's a no. Like, I can't see it. I can't see it together. And everybody that I know who had Cancer Taurus relationships, you would think so, Divine. You would think so. Most of the people that I know of who had Earth, like Taurus Cancer, they don't work out. I don't know what it is. I have heard Virgo and Scorpio work out really well, and Virgo and Pisces tend to go really well. I don't know. That's just what I heard. I don't know. But I would think that earth signs like Taurus and Virgo would go together. I would think those two would go together because they're so much alike. Because Taurus is the mean one out of the bunch. Virgo is going to make sure everyone has what they need because Virgo is very attentive to detail that way. Okay, so we're going to put everybody that, needed this one or that one. And that's why it gets shot to hell real quick because Taurus is going to tell you what to do because they just do. That's what they do. They tell everybody what to do. It's just Taurus. Gotta love them. The thing is, earth signs tend to have very sage advice. They do. Now, when it comes to them taking their own advice, is a different thing. but they tend to have very good advice. Yeah, Virgo is like the GOAT. Like if you want to know where to go get something great or to get a great bargain, Virgo knows where to find it. Virgo will find it. Virgo is that person. Now, as Virgo, why they've been stuck in a one-sided relationship for the past 10 years, well, they don't know. They don't know. They just love the person. But they will tell you where you can find the cheapest stuff to build your house, because that's just Virgo. That's what they do. Very intelligent. And then there's the other side. So there's that. Right? Ooh, look at this. Dinner is served. After dinner, let's eat dessert in the bedroom. And he's dressed in a chef suit. This is cracking me up. He's dressed in a chef suit. Let me be the star of the show tonight. Let me be the star of the show tonight. Don't you love when I leave? Don't you love when I leave my dirty laundry? Panties, y'all. Sending sexy pictures and videos. Putting on a show. Can't wait to jump on you. Wow. Can't wait to jump on you. Wow. Oh, I'm taking over tonight. Let me dominate you, baby. Yeah. Yeah. Rub on my buns, hun. When you stop at the store, don't forget the cherries and whipped cream. Oh my goodness. Thank you for the flowers. Yeah, squeeze me so tight and never let go. I told y'all I wasn't playing. Let's play Naughty in the Garage. I want to ride you until you come. Seductive music. Y'all, I'm telling y'all. Y'all know I'm going to have fun. I'm going to have a lot of fun. Daydreaming of kissing you. You know, everybody's fantasies, like, it's crazy. I don't know. On the motorcycle, on the hood of the car, I don't know. Guess you got to be creative. You taste just like chocolate. Love and Lust, Divine Cancerian. It's Love and Lust by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. Girl, go get it. Shh, I won't. Missing you and your side of the bed. Right. You are my sexual remedy. You make me feel brand new. You deserve rounds tonight. How many times do you think we can go for? Well, damn. Somebody got some stamina. Honestly, though, I feel like women can go longer. I don't know why that is, but I feel like women can go longer sexually. I don't know why that is. I feel like men get drained. Yeah. Let's hook up in the car. We got Spoil Me Daddy. Oh yeah, babe. Yeah. On the couch. Yeah, tease me. Yeah, Divine, they are. It's like, we just got started, sir. Like, why are you tired? You tired already. You make me feel so vulnerable. Yep, super wet, super horny. Right? Y'all be having way too much fun with my decks. Way too much fun. I can't wait to use it. Add a little spice to your life. Right? Everybody needs a little spice in their life. If you ain't got no spice in your life, yeah, you with the wrong person. Yeah. Right, we do. You need a little spice in your life. And then too, like when you're with your person, like you want to make the sex and like you want to make it exciting. Like you want to make it like, okay, we want to come back to do this again because that's what we're here for. Like, yeah. You don't want to do the same things all the time. You just don't. You gotta spice it up a little bit. Wear something different. Change positions. Bring in treats. Bring in toys. Right. Bring in something that's scented, flavored, colorful, like different things. Try different positions. Try different strokes. Try different things. I'm just saying. Like if you do the same thing over and over, even you will get tired of the same thing over and over. You know what I mean? Yeah, the rose, that's a good one. But yeah, you just gotta spice it up. A lot of times women especially get worried that their person is cheating or whatever. But a lot of times, and I'm just being straight up honest, women don't exactly. Right, and a lot of times women they don't take the time to find out what like sexually excites their man, so then they get frustrated because he's frustrated. He's sexually frustrated. Yeah. And that's where it takes both partners being patient and understanding and letting your partner know like what you like, what they desire, what they would like to see, and then being willing to try it. If you're the type of person that you're always scared or shy, if you can't get out of it like that all the time, and then if he's not getting it from you, he ends up getting it from somewhere else. You know, you're always sick. So that's another thing too. Like, I mean, if you want somebody to stick around, you kind of got to be willing to, you know what I mean? Make it exciting, make it pleasurable. If you're like, oh, well, I don't really feel, you know, then they're going to be like, well, I don't really feel it either. So, you know. But then they see somebody else and they're like, damn. I see what she's working with and I see what she's doing. Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. That makes sense. But, like, on average, I'm speaking in general. On average, a lot of women. Right, Divine. But some people, you know what I'm saying? Like, some people, like, oh, I won't do that. I'm not going to try that. I'm not. Like, at least be open to some things. I understand having boundaries, right? If you know what I'm saying, then you know what I'm saying. Okay? I understand having boundaries because that, I get it. But be open to trying new things. Like I just said, it doesn't have to be anything extravagant, but it can be something as small as, like Divine said, like a flavored lubricant or edible panties, or bringing some whipped cream and strawberries in. Yes, because here's the thing. Woman gets all upset, well, I think he's cheating. Men are sexual, and men are not afraid to admit being sexual because it's been so normalized in society that men are very sexual. Why can't you be sexual? Why can't a woman be sexual? Why should she have to be ashamed of that? So if you embrace your sexuality and your femininity, then why not? Why not wear pretty lingerie because you look pretty in it? Because you like to feel feminine in it. Like it just makes you feel pretty, you know? Get pretty colors, pretty pastels or light colors, peach, pink, blue, you know, like different things. He's right. He's right. It's necessary. It really is. Um, it's great for a lot of things. So, just saying. But I mean, at the same time, you wanna enjoy it. Like you don't want it to just be wham bam, thank you, ma'am. You want to enjoy it. So you want to make it enjoyable for both partners. I'm just saying. Oh, that's really nice. That's really nice. Yeah, you want to enjoy it. You know, you want to feel comfortable. It's just like I don't know. Like I don't know if it's the same for men, but I know for women, like you want to feel comfortable. You want to feel loved. Like you enjoy that person's closeness, that type of thing. Like it just has to be like everything has to be like lined up. You know, there has to be a lot of passion, a lot of chemistry. Woo, everything, everything. It's just got to be right. Yeah, because I get it. Like, if it's the wrong person, mm-mm, mm. If it's the wrong person, mm-mm. But if you got the right person and y'all have great chemistry, you get along with each other and everything, the passion is there, then. Right, right, divide. But yeah, it's different when it's like the person that you actually love and care about versus just some random regular schmegular person. It ain't gonna work. Like y'all don't have that connection. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you gotta have it. I mean, like, bring some strawberries. Get some strawberries. For those of y'all watching, here's a little tip. Welcome to my TED Talks. Get some strawberries, right? Wash the strawberries, rinse them off or whatever, cut off the tops of them, and then just sprinkle them with a little sugar. Let them sit in a container in the refrigerator, and then when y'all get ready for that little special time, pull them out. Feed them the strawberries. That's just, I mean, it spices things up. You can add some grapes to it, a little pineapple in there. I'm telling you. Right. Sometimes it's like that. Sometimes it's like that. Yeah. But sweet things, sweet things. Candles, rose petals, oils, fragrances that all makes the experience like even better. Y'all know what I'm saying? I mean, y'all know what I'm saying. But you got to make it pleasurable. You got to make it enjoyable for you and them. So I think it's just a matter of learning. Mm-hmm. Yeah, some guys do because they take it like it's their ego. They take it like personal. Like you don't remember I told y'all. I told my friend that like I didn't like him like that. And listen, y'all, the man tried. He tried so hard to get me to just. I could not. I could not. I wouldn't say it's wrong to be friends with him. I would be careful that he doesn't feel like you're leading him on so he doesn't take it the wrong way. I don't think because you make it very clear that you are not interested in him in that way, you're willing to like spend time or go out. Um that's what I was just explaining with my friend. Like it was the same thing. Like I mean he was a good person He is a good person. I don't really talk to him anymore though. I just have too much going on, and he's too nosy. But like some people you just don't have that chemistry with. You don't, and that's okay. As long as they're okay with it. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Just be careful. Just trust your intuition there, and yeah. I don't think there's anything wrong with being friends with him as long as he is clearly aware and knows that there will never, never, ever, 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 ever be a chance. And that's what I ran into with my friend, because even though now I'm happily in a relationship with somebody, he would still ask me a lot of questions that I just didn't feel comfortable answering. So I just kind of faded him out. I just kind of faded him out because I didn't feel like explaining myself, and I could tell by his comments. He's a Cancer, by the way. I could tell by his comments he slick felt some type of way about me not being with him, because he'd be like, "Oh, well, when you get married, are you gonna invite me to the wedding?" I was like, "Sure," like on the sly. He was like, if you ever, and then he would throw out like little hints, like if you ever change your mind or he does something to you or whatever, you can contact me. Like, no, no, never ever. Like, no, we're not gonna do it. And I was just like, I don't need this. I don't. And then it's not like how you are in, like, you guys go out. Like, we haven't gone out since probably prior to COVID. So there was no need in me trying to entertain this individual. And I have a whole relationship going on. So it was just like, no. Nope. Because with men, it's like, it's hard to have a male friend and to be in a relationship with a man, because men, their ego gets so, like, they get so jealous. They get so, like, actually, this just happened the other day, and I told my person, I was like, it's your fault, because he was like, you're so beautiful or whatever. He was like, I know there's men that talk to you or whatever. And I was like, ain't nobody even thinking about me. And he was like, do I need to start naming names? And I was like, go ahead, because ain't nobody thinking about me. I'm just at work minding my business all day. So he mentioned this person's name, and I was like, I haven't even seen or heard from that person in probably like 2 years, right? Tell me why the next day the person shows up. I said, that's your fault. You manifested him. Thanks, M. I was like, that's your fault. You manifested him. I wasn't like nothing at all. And here you go, calling him up. So here he comes. Hey. Hey. I'm just like, I wasn't even thinking about nobody. They weren't even thinking about me. But since you said something, I fell out laughing, because the last time I seen the guy, it was like, probably way before COVID. So he comes by the office where I work. Yeah, me too. So he comes by the office where I work, and he's like, he's like, if you ever want to, you can call me. Well, as he's leaving, oh, I'm sorry, Em. They'll be back tomorrow. As he's leaving the office, right? My person comes in. He comes rushing in. I saw so and so outside. What was he doing in here? I was like, he came here to ask me about a job, because he did. He came to ask me about job openings that I had available. And he was just all worked up about it. And I was just like, cool it down, sir. Cool it down. It ain't like that. I'm not like that. Like, if I know that I'm, happily in a relationship, I'm not that type of person. I'm not going to entertain nobody. Yeah. But it was just funny. His reaction was funny because I had told the guy, I was like, yeah, I'm in a relationship. And he was like, well, he just smiled. He just smiled. I was like, I'm in a relationship with somebody. He was like, I forgot how he asked me the question because it was in, I'm so silly that sometimes I don't really realize that somebody is like flirting with me because I'm a social person. And he just had this big smile on his face. And he was like, are you seeing anybody? And I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, I'm in a relationship. I have a guy. And he was like, oh. Then he just smiles. Yeah, it is, M. So I'm like, are you still trying to shoot your shot right now? Because, sir, you don't have one. You don't have one. But yeah, he's a Scorpio too. I said, oh, it's your time of year. So he just looks and smiles. He's real quiet, but he just, like, his eyes say everything, and I'm just like, get out, get out. Right. Mhm. Scorpio is like that though. Scorpio's eyes tell everything. Scorpio doesn't have to speak. I wish I was like that. Where my eyes could just speak for themselves. But unfortunately, child, unfortunately. Right, M. I guess I'm just a meanie. I guess I'm just a meanie because, yeah, I be cutting folks off. Yeah, I cut my friend off. I did. And it was a kind of an accident, kind of, sort of. What happened was, listen, now I gotta explain myself. What happened was, I didn't mean to, like, just cut him off, but it just kind of happened conveniently. He had called me randomly, and I was in the middle, like, I was at work, I was doing something, and I meant to call him back, and then I just didn't. And I kind of feel bad about it, but I kind of don't, like, because because let me explain. Because, like I told y'all, he's extremely nosy, and he's very, like, clingy, and he wants to be all of my business, and I don't like it. I don't like it. And I also low-key feel like my intuition is telling me that he's still going to try to shoot his shot, knowing full well that I'm happily in a relationship. And that makes me feel uncomfortable. So I'm just like, you know what? If he doesn't come by or call, yay! It's like, it just took itself out. I didn't have to do anything. At that point, I was just like, no. Mm-mm. Yeah, because he was calling me in the middle of something, and I meant to call him back, but I didn't. And y'all know I get distracted, so it was a no for me. Get distracted. I try not to get distracted, but yeah, it was a no for me. But you guys, I'm going to get off of here. It's literally almost midnight. I did not realize how late it was. I enjoyed my live stream. Like, I enjoyed this live stream. So I will let you guys sleep because I actually have to be at work tomorrow. But if you're new to the channel, thank you guys so much for hopping in. Please make sure that you subscribe. Hit the thumbs up. If you'd like to book a personal reading, please go over to my website, okay? And I have pricing plans available. So if you want to book readings like every week for something, go for one of the pricing plans under the readings. All right, and